Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me on another episode of Haus Home. I'm your host, Rosemary. Coming up on tonight's show, we have life hacks, some home decor ideas for you. We review 3 applications that can help you improve your parenting style. We go for an out and about with Abusna Kumu, and we feature Mosef on our Color Stories segment. Without further ado, let's check out what Issabel has for us.
Hello, my name is Issabel Katimo, and now I'm baking you. My recipe is pumpkin muffin. Here I have 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of milk, 1 cup sugar, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1 cup of oil, 2 eggs, and cuts of pumpkin. And here is my baking muffin tray. Okay, now I'm going to mix my first mix. I will mix 1 cup of sugar, put it in this bowl, and 1 cup of oil into this bowl. Mix the oil and the sugar until the sugar dissolved in the oil. Okay, now I use the egg. Mix the egg in the oil and sugar. Okay, now I get the baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, put it in the flour, and I mix it. Now I get the oil and egg with sugar mix it in the flour. Now I will pour the milk inside. And I mix it. When I mix all ingredients together, I must make sure that my flour must not too watery, must be half strong and half wet. Okay, now I'm still mixing and my mix is about to finish. Now I get the grater and I will grate my pumpkin into the mix. Okay, this pumpkin, I will not use all of them, only half. I will use half of it. Depends on the mix. Now I mix the pumpkin inside my mix. Okay, now I already oiled my tray and I put my muffin paper inside the tray, ready to put the mix inside. My oven is already on 180 degrees. Okay, then now muffin will go inside the oven. It will bake for 20 to 25 minutes. muffin must be ready. It's about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Now I'm ready to get the muffin out of the oven. Okay, now I get rid of the muffin out of the muffin tray. This is my pumpkin muffin. Hope you enjoy watching it. If you want my recipe or you want my pumpkin muffin, you can find me at Gero High School or Rainbow Bus Stop Market. Thank you and bye.
That looked delicious. Don't go away. Coming up after the break, we have more for you. Welcome back to the show. We now move into our Tech People segment, and we check out 3 applications that can help you to monitor what your child is doing online. Our first application is Parental Control App and Location Tracker, FamiSafe. FamiSafe is the first TikTok monitor. It tracks kids' location, manage screen time, and filter websites. Its features include Location Tracker and GPS Phone Tracker, which will track your kids' current location and location history timeline. It creates a safe zone for tracking kids and get alerts when they break the planned zone. Phone activity timeline. This feature remotely track phone activities and view what apps kids install or uninstall. The third feature is Screen Time Schedule. Screen Time Schedule track how much screen time kids spend online. Remotely screen time schedule daily or weekly app usage. App or game blocker and usage. This feature blocks or restricts specific inappropriate apps, send instant alert when children try to open blocked apps or games. Website filter and browser history, suspicious photos detection, suspicious text detection, and a drive safety feature. This feature tracks records of driving speed, driving time, hard braking, and it also helps teens form good driving habits. Our next application is Family Time Parental Control. This application has Instant Lock feature, which instantly locks devices of your kid, and it is perfect when you feel they should disconnect from their devices. It has a daily app limit feature. This feature sets daily screen time limits on specific apps on your child's Android devices. Once the limit gets used up, they won't be able to use the apps for the rest of the day. The third feature of this application is Scheduled Screen Time. This allows you to set a schedule for when your children can access their devices. You can set exactly how much screen time they get every day. App Blocker. This feature blocks all apps including social media apps, games, and internet browsers with the App Lock feature. Safe Search and Internet Filters, Internet Schedule feature, Location Tracker, Safe Drive Tracker, Monitor phone usage. It has a SOS Panic Alert, Pick Me Up feature, which allows your children to let you know when and where to pick them up from through the press of a single button. You can view your child's app using the reports feature. You can view their location history and other activity reports from anywhere in the world through any device with an internet connection. And it has co-parenting feature. Even if you don't live together, your children still deserve care and time from both of you. Share the parenting rights with your partner with this feature. And the last feature of this app is feedback. If you have any problems, you are allowed to look at the help pages or contact them via the contact page of the website that is reliable and available on the phone. The third application is Kid Security GPS Phone Tracker Family Search. Features include see your kids' location, get notified about kids' movement, listen to the sound around your kids, send your kids loud signal, check the time your kids spend on games. The main functions of the parental control tracker includes number 1, Kid Security. This uses a GPS locator so you can find out where exactly your kids are right now. And the program has an emergency stop button, SOS. Thirdly, in Kid Security, you can create placemarks, for example, the location, school, or home. As soon as your child arrives at the saved location, you will receive a notification. Thus, you cannot enter the application but monitor kids' devices and receive notifications when the child has arrived at the desired point. In the application, you can listen to the sounds that now sound around your child to understand what is happening around, so you can once again make sure that your kids are in safety. In the program, you can send a loud signal to the child's devices so that he or she finds it or draws attention to it. For example, if he or she left in a backpack and does not pay attention or turned on silent mode and does not answer calls, Kid Security also searches for statistics on your child's gadget. What applications does he or she uses, when he or she uses them, whether he or she plays during class or sleeping time. Number 7, you can control the battery power of the child's gadget. If you see that the smartphone or tablet is sitting down, you remind the child that the gadget needs to be charged. Thus, the application sends a notification to the child. He or she charges devices and is always in touch. Important points to use Kid Security. The Kid Security Tracker is designed exclusively for parenting control. Thank you for staying with me. We now move into our life hack segment where we show you how you can do organizers for your home. For our life hack, we will be looking at how you can organize your routine by creating an organizer. So for this life hack, you will need a manila folder. It's quite cheap. Basically, you can find it anywhere in your stores. A store near you. And this is a sheet of paper. It's printed already, but you can always write the same stuff here onto the manila folder. The idea is that you have sort of like a routine or schedule for each day, and you put it in a public place in your house. It could be on the fridge or on a door, the main door, so that you keep the routines, your routines and your family's routines intact. So whenever one goes out, another one would know where he or she goes out. So basically, if you cannot print the sections on the paper, you can always write it onto the manila folder using a marker, a clear marker, or a marker that can be read from afar, and or even a biro, as long as you keep the sections clear. So for the sections, you will have the days. All right, you will have the days, that is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and of course you have the other box here that is next week. And then the second section, you have to do. You have the to do. The third or the last section, you have thoughts. All right, so this section allows your family members or the other ones who view the organizer to comment. So if you are going out shopping for this day, they can always comment that you shouldn't be shopping on that day, you should do it on this time, because yes. So that is the last section where you have the thoughts. So again, it's a very simple organizer that you can do. If you've been doing this, good on you. If you are not sure how to do it, let's get on with it. All right, so yes, you can have a title on top and week off. All right, so week off, say week 1 of schooling, week 2 of schooling, and all. What I'm gonna do is I am going to just glue this sheet of paper onto the organizer. Like I said, if you do not have it, you can always print it onto the manila folder, basically using any ink, but inks that can be read from afar. All right, so I am going to glue it on the manila folder now, because I already have it on sheet, and if I were to draw bit by bit each section, it will take time. So I'll just put the craft glue at the back of the paper. Well, there you have it, viewers. That is one way you can organize your routine. Don't go away. Coming up after the break, we have some home decor ideas for you. If you are someone that spends more on buying home decorations, check these ideas out. So hi everyone, we have a couple of decorations or decor ideas that I will be showing you, mostly with the materials that are similar. Like for this, the majority or the same almost material is the wool. So first up, we have a beautiful yarn hat over here, and I will be showing you guys how you can do this. This can be placed on your wall or anywhere you see fit, but most must be placed on a blank background. All right, so note that I'm using a smaller hat for this, and for this you will see it a bit bigger. All right, basically for the cardboard, you just cut out any cardboard in the shape of a hat. And for this, I have, because you can always recycle the earrings, the pearls. Over time, we tend to lose our earrings, the other side of it, so you can collect them and use them, or if you have money, you can buy the pearls from the store. So for now, I will be using pearls from my earrings. Yes. Our first step is to wrap the wool around the heart-shaped cardboard. Note that you can always increase the size of the cardboard. So you just wrap the wool around the heart-shaped cardboard. Once you're done wrapping the wool around the cardboard, it should give you something like this, like hat covered in pink wool or whatever color wool you are using. Ensure that the wools are tightened on the cardboard and it's not loose. And then after that, you pin them together. Like I said, I will prefer you using glue gun and a glue stick for this. You want to make sure they are together and not loose. You can even let the cardboard dry for a while. I mean, the glue on the cardboard dry for a while before you place the pearl, right? So like I said, in this case, I've used my old stud earrings to actually give it an elegant touch to the final product. So there you have it. That is how you do a yarn heart shape, but you can always put up on your wall. You can do it in different sizes. You can always do this for your home. It's cheap, the materials are cheap. You don't have to look far, and you can always recycle the cardboards and the earrings and all at your home to give off something good for your house. So we'll move on to our next decoration, and that is the yarn on the tree. Okay, to hang, you remember the previous video where we wrap the heart shaped cardboard with wool? Yeah, we're going to hang this on the branches of the twigs. All right, so our paint would be white. In this case, I'm using liquid acrylic paint. All right, you can use other colors, but I think using the main colors on the twig will work. All right, so I'm just gonna pour this one down. So the first step, you will paint the twig. You paint like this. So you paint it and then you leave it for it to dry, for the paint to dry. Now for the next step, I'm going to use the branch that I painted earlier this morning. So once you complete painting the branch, you hang the hearts on it like fruits or something like that. So you tie the hearts that you did onto the branches so it hangs like this. You keep the color of the hearts or the wool same, most preferably a lighter color, not. So there you have it, viewers. This is the final product. You can place this anywhere in your house. You can put it in a holder, that is a container you can carry it, or a flower pot, and you can always modify it to different audiences in your house. Like for kids, you can attach a bag, a picture of a bag on the branches. You can always choose a much bigger branch and attach sayings on it, and yes, it will contribute to make your house more homely. For our third home decor, we will do this. These are pom-poms, right? Smaller pom-poms. You can hang it by the wall or on your doorway, and you can do it in different sizes. So we will use this fork to create a smaller diameter of the circles that we want our pom-poms to be. So in this case, I'm gonna put my hands like this on top of the fork, and I'm gonna circle around it. All right, I'm gonna circle the wool around it. You can do the circle more than 20-30 times. All right, just not too thick or not too thin. Just keep it, keep the wool in the right volume. Once you are satisfied, cut it out like this, and then you remove your hands with the wool out from the fork, and you keep it like this. All right. So notice that there will be 2 loose ends of the wool. So it gives you like a mini ribbon shape like this. Use the scissor. A much smaller scissors will do. In that way it will speed up this process of cutting the ropes. So like I said, you make as many pom-poms as you want. The next step would be to just sew, or just sew the thread into the pom-poms, so you keep them in a line. You can always use a bigger rope to do this, but for this I'm gonna use a thin thread for it. It's yellow in color, but you can use other color as well. I'm gonna sew this through. This is how you can do pom-poms for your wall, your doorway, even your corridors. I'm doing it a bit smaller in length, but you can make very long one to suit your home. Right. So that's it. That's the final home decor. I really hope that you can make use and you can be motivated to create home decorations for yourself, for your home and your family. I hope you find these ideas helpful. Don't go away. Coming up after the break, we have Out and About with Abus na Kumu. Hello everyone, I'm here at the Abus na Kumu pop-up sale, and standing beside me is Richard. Richard, can you tell us about the pop-up sale?
Thank you, Rosemary. Hello viewers. Abus na Kumu, today here is a special day for us. We're collaborating with a few SMEs and a bit of musicians as well, for them to come and perform. The whole idea is about generating and a following, and then hopefully we can make some money out of it. I know COVID is around there, so we're trying to, not much business activities out there, so this type of settings, these pop-ups are encouraged to generate some revenue for the SMEs, which they are struggling at the moment.
So how many SMEs are expected to come here? Can you brief us?
All right, so initially we had the Abus Kumu. We were supposed to have it alone, but then we thought, oh, it's a great opportunity. So we extended the invite to Stephanie, who is in charge of cocktail, Amai Cocktails. And then you got Amani itself setting up stall out there. And then you got Neil, who's distributing and selling beer there. And then you got Rocky Wills and the team who's the artist that is performing today, also setting up here. So I think about 10 people that are set up here today.
Right. I understand that you're behind this, right?
Yep, yep.
What motivated you to move into this gathering all in a mini market? Or yeah.
I thought because we don't have any platform where we can sell. For us, we don't have the funding to be able to set up shop. So I think the idea came out of necessity in trying to bring sales rather than waiting for sales to happen and waiting for us to be invited to a shop and sell our products. So it's all about creating that own spin-offs for ourselves, and that's where I think most of the idea and the inspiration came from. Yep.
So what do you hope to achieve, out of this?
Yeah. So initially we sort of like we planned for a one-off pop-up, but then the interest sort of like grew over time. So we're now planning for a pop-up each month, and then we're gonna look at bringing in some new locations. So the first one we had it in Kennedy along a residential area. This is the second one. I think the next one we're gonna have it in Napa Napa, where it's at the top of a hill. So a lot of interesting locations. The idea of being moving around is to go to bring the customer or the traffic to the SME. Some do not have the finances to come out to the market, so we go in there to them to bring the traffic and hopefully generate some sales for them.
So Richard, tell us about what you are selling.
Yep. So Haus Home, our services or products range from metal fabrication, building ovens. We build ovens, we build scrapers, we build, we do cutting boards, as you can see here. We try to go into the effort of building everyday items for the Papua New Guinean family. Yeah. Every household, you need scrapers. We're now looking at trying to release the version 3 of the Hercules, which is this oven here. So that's coming out soon. We also have merchandise. We do jerseys, and then we got Chef Sonaya, which they are currently working behind me now. So a lot of stuff. Come down and see what you like, and you can purchase it. Yeah.
So customers can reach you online as well?
Yes, definitely. We're on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and I think that's WhatsApp as well. If you can get in touch with us, WhatsApp.
Can you tell us about the name itself, Haus Kumu? It's quite a brand name.
Yes, okay. Haus Kumu tingin all ancestor blimi and hunter gatherer. Why not? In honor of them, you may name him Abus, because when they go out, they're not looking for a pig, they're not looking for a magani, they're just going out there. Whatever Abus that falls in that category, Abus also. And Kumu, they're foraging, they're looking at leaves, whatever. So I think joining the two together, it is a logic thing for us. And I think the name's catchy, and we like it.
Yeah, I think I like it too, and I'm sure our viewers will like it as well. So the SMEs that are coming down, all of them are, they sell food only, or?
They do a bit of beverages, food, predominantly I think food. We tend to encourage in the next pop-up, try to bring a bit of variety. We can maybe get finance institutions, like small to medium finance institutions, and many more. So we only just started, so it's a big opportunity for everyone. And if you'd like to set up a stall with us for Haus Kumu, do reach out to us. Thank you. Big reps to Haus Home, EMTV. Big reps to all the contributing volunteers that have put the effort in setting up the stage, setting up the area. And it's going to be a wonderful event today, and hope you come down next time, next pop-up. Thank you.
Thank you, Richard. There you have it. That's Richard from Haus Kumu pop-up sale, the man behind Haus Kumu pop-up sale.
I'm selling Mary blouse and tapioca with fish, sago with fish, and taro with fish. Yeah, and drinks. Yeah, I'm happy because it will help me to benefit with me and my family. Yeah, so it's an opportunity for me to come and sell my Mary blouse and my food here.
My name is Alusariman, and today we're just setting up our kulau, cold kulau, and our fish. It's a great day today. We're gonna have a good event for this pop-up. We're a small SME, and we brought our fish from Hula and some fish are from Fisherman Island. Feeling happy, looking forward to take up this good opportunity and to continue with all this business. Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching Haus Home. We now move into our color story segment where we feature the story of a young man named Mosef Joseph. He likes to be called Mosef. Mosef, after several attempts of securing a job, he created a job for himself. Let's have a look.
My name's Mosef Joseph, but I normally go by Mosef on Facebook because for the obvious reason, it's a really cool name. I studied industrial psychology at UPNG, but didn't make it through on the 4th year, so. I do coconut craft. I started off with coconut earrings, and then from there I went into the flower pots and all that. But I think the reason why I started was out of necessity. Because I was looking for a job for a long time. And then one afternoon, one of my sisters had enough of that and came to the house. She called me earlier and said, you need to, are you at home? I said, yes. She said, you need to be up and waiting for me in the afternoon because we have business to talk about. So when she came over, she said, I saw you posting pictures, like drawings and paintings online on A4 paper. Are you thinking of selling them, or are you just going to waste your time just buying paint and splashing it on A4 paper? And then she introduced me to the Palm City markets. It's hosted every beginning and end of the month. And this Saturday you should come with me to the market. So I end up making a couple of coconut earrings. I think I did 10. I went there very early with all the people coming with their stuff, and I asked the security guard, oh, when's the market opening? He said, oh, it's going to open at 8 or 9. Selling something that you created yourself is, I think you can describe it as like, it's like fishing. Yeah. It's the thrill of, what you're going to catch. I think from the earring sales, I made 50 kina. I made 50 kina. I said, oh, I need to come up with another different thing because there's so many people, mothers and individuals selling earrings. I heard about the Palm City markets like for a long time, but because when I was small, I used to go with my father selling carvings at the craft market at Ella Beach. It used to be held at Ella Murray International School. And then when they said Palm City markets, I was picturing all the same, the same routine, same items, crafts. And so, but when we went there, it was a real eye-opener because back then you didn't have mothers who come with their own designs and print it on fabric and then they sew them into Mary blouses. Back then it was all from the village. Craft market was everything from the village they sell at the craft market. But at Palm City market was different, and it wasn't the people who only needed the money. It was like people who were doing well, who had really good careers, but they also wanted to sell items. So I think that was the surprising for me because I thought, oh no, that it was only for people from the village and artists. And yeah, it started from there. When I came back, I said, because there's so many people doing all those earrings and stuff, I should start painting. So I bought paint and started painting, but on the next market I went, I literally didn't sell anything. So I was quite disgusted. My sister actually saw it on my face that I wasn't talking or responding cheerfully to her jokes. So she said, you know, don't worry, sometimes it's like this and sometimes you get really lucky. I said, no, that's okay. So when I came back, I said, I need to look for something unique. And then I recalled the 90 kilo flower pot that I saw on the first day at market. And then I said, I'm going to go look for the biggest coconut I can find at the market and then make a coconut flower pot from that. So yeah, I bought the first coconut I bought, cost me like $1.50. So it was on special because there's so many people sell coconuts at the market. And this Highlands lady was like, son, please, just like if you have 2 kina, get 2 of them because they're only 2 months. Let me carry go again, Laos and at Waigani, at Waigani market. So I said, oh, that's a really good. Okay, I'll get 3. I'll give you 3 kina and I'll get 3. So that's where it started. I didn't think that it'll like really take off, but after posting it on the SME for Change page, I saw the response from people, and then people started inboxing and requesting, oh, can you do the bowls or can you do soup bowls for me? And then, yeah, from there I started making bowls because of people's like request. But I wasn't planning on making bowls because I thought they were boring. Yeah, so I was really surprised when I went to the market on Wednesday, the Palm City night markets, and then people just started buying like bowls. Oh, this is a really good idea. And then to think that it was so obvious. It was so obvious that coconuts were all there waiting to be, you know, sanded and shaped into these bowls for people to buy, but we just ignored them. So from there, you know, people said, you need to make more bowls this size. We would like them at this size. And then some people came with the prices. I said, no, you can't tell me the prices because I'll see the amount of work I put in and then I'll put the price. But otherwise, it was a really good response from people. They liked the candles, but they wanted scented candles. So I think next time I'll look for fragrances and request wax from overseas. The candles are really expensive. I priced them at 20 kina because the wax itself, when it arrived from the post office, we had to pay like 80 something kina for the beauty. And it was only like a small package, a small bag. People have a perception about artists, you know, oh, maybe he didn't do well in school and he fell too hard. But if you look overseas, art is it's kind of in the olden days, artists were a glorified profession, you know. If a kid wants to have a portrait painted, they don't go looking for a lawyer. A portrait stays for a long time. It's a picture that people will look, oh, that's the king of that age. So back then, art was really important because that's how they kept the history, or that's King Richard, or that's what kind of king. So artists were really glorified back then. Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, he was an artist and an inventor as well. So I think with those kind of people, it's about imagination. And if you want to measure intelligence, there's no fine line between being really well educated and having a high-paid job, and then someone who can come and paint something that, even though you say that you're educated, but you're educated with boundaries where you can work within those boundaries. You can come and paint, but if someone who can paint and has that imagination, and then you tell them a principle of, say, or why this person is sick is because this, and then because he has an imagination as an artist, he can just, oh, okay, that's what happened. But I think with the art that I do and with what my friends who do art as well, I think most of them I see are very happy people. They don't, they're happy with, there's no stress. You wake up in the morning and something comes up and you paint it, you look at it and it's really nice. And then that's a kick you get when someone buys your product. When they buy, oh, it's like someone saying that, oh, I love you, or I like you, when someone buys your product. Because what you actually created came from your hands, came from your heart and what you imagine in your mind. So My customers are on social media, so like that's really well my marketing is done. So I think the next step for me is I'm trying to do bowls and then export them overseas, because I had someone on Facebook inbox me and asked me if I could make bowls and send over to him for his art. Like, I don't know what he wants to do with them, make earrings or something, but he said he wants the coconuts. So for the painting thing, like I said, I'll continue painting, but I think I'm gonna stick with this one for a bit, because I think it's a unique
Painting
art.
is your perfect escape.
Painting and music is my perfect escape, yeah. My message to everyone who's in a similar situation to mine, I think is to like have that belief. And even if like you start off and people start making jokes and oh, that doesn't look right, that doesn't mean that what you're doing right now is going to be what you're going to be doing for the rest of your life. Maybe that thing that you're doing now that is not working out and people don't like, maybe that's just a step to tell this is not what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be looking elsewhere, looking for a different skill, a different sort of art. So I think my message is don't give up, and don't take like negativity as like just as a blockage, or they're stopping me from doing this. I think people should take negativity much more positively, and not let other people's comments be something that hinders their life, because every one of us is created differently, and when we were created, God didn't tell someone, okay, you're the yardstick for the whole human race. Whatever you do, that person should follow. All of us are different, so yeah, don't give up, and just follow your dream, follow whatever idea that you have in mind. Doesn't matter if it's stupid, but just go for it. It might lead to something beautiful.
Well, viewers, I hope you enjoyed the story. And just like Mosef, let's be persistent in whatever we do. Before we go, if you have any questions, queries regarding what was shown tonight, do not hesitate to contact us on the contact details shown on your screen. Until next time, I'll see you same place, same time, on your #1 to watch EMTV.